Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, the 26th of May 2026. So a bit of a late video for today, currently like 2 Eastern time. So anyway, let's go through the stock, see if we can find any trades for power hour. But more importantly, what we need in the 4-hour time frame to hold these stocks overnight, and also on the daily time frame for longer than just holding them overnight into tomorrow for potential swing trades as well. So starting here on CODX, just to show you, just had live trading just there, and also had a win on CODX here, as you can see. Did well, and yeah, also one of our traders' son's graduations today, so congratulations to him. So beginning here with CODX. So what do we need on this one for a day trade? I think this one's a bit played out, to be honest, unless more volume comes in and we drag up to 12.5. So these day trades we're going to look at are going to be really quick and short because we've only got like 2 hours left to market open. So basically what I'm waiting for here is next for I'm not going to wait for a 10 resistance break, because the more times you break through resistance and the weaker it becomes, the more times you put a hole in the wall, the easier it is to get through and the less strong it is. Same as a resistance, the more times you batter it through, like a battering ram, doof, 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 waiting for another 10 break, doof. It's not our strong resistance anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. So I wouldn't be focusing on that resistance. I'd be focusing on 12.5. And if it were to break over 12.5, I'd expect it to run at least 6% on that one, which I don't think is likely because I think it's too late in the day for that. However, I would think this one is done. Definitely if it loses 7 and be failing the golden cross retest on the 5-minute time frame, and also the major support of 7 looks rubbish if it's beyond there. If it loses 7, it's done. That's for a day trade and a swing trade and holding it overnight, etc. Don't want to lose 7. And going to the 4-hour time frame before the daily, to be honest, we can turn. I mean, if we get a 4-hour candle close over 10 by 4 p.m. So this candle here at 4 p.m. or the one after, or maybe 4 p.m. tomorrow, we can enter this and hold it overnight. So you're waiting for a 4-hour green candle close over 10 by 4 p.m. today or 4 p.m. tomorrow to hold this overnight into tomorrow, because or the day after, because basically it's just it's trying to make a higher low, I think. So we've got a big shoot up there, and it doesn't look too bad, and then a bit of a small pullback, and then maybe we go for a resting bar sort of play. So that's when we have the candle bodies act as a resistance here, around 10.15, whatever it is, just here, just there, and then the third candle, bar, will break out like this, engulf them all, and continue up. So that's called a resting bar play. You can search about it on Google. So in a nutshell, to make it less complicated, I would want to hold this overnight with a 4-hour candle close on the 4 p.m. time frame, so that sort of time span, to hold this overnight. Basically 1:30, I wouldn't, if it does the 4-hour green candle before 1:30 or on 1:30, I wouldn't take too much note of that. It's more the 4 p.m. Apologies, I'm a bit tired today. So we can go to the daily time frame, and we can see a daily candle close over 10, basically the same thing, would also engulf us back up towards 12.5 for first target of around 20% on this one, and then your second target, where you can sell 40%, so you sell 50% at first target, 40% at second target. Second target could be around 15. To be honest, I'd front run it a little bit, so sell it like 14.7, 14.8, but 15 would be your next level after a 12.5 hits, and that's all possible with the daily candle close over 10. If you lose 7 on this, you're also failing the golden cross, but the death cross support, and that we've now eradicated the death cross, and we're beyond all moving averages now. So we've flipped the 200 EMA and 200 MA, these two thick white lines, from resistance into support now. And if we lose that again, it's just bearish and it's done, so we can't lose 7, and daily or 4-hour 4 p.m. candle close over 10, we'll see it hit 12.5 and hopefully 15. So that stock is called CODX. Nice little win on it there. So let's go to UZX. So this one is starting to come into volume based off that 0.75 sort of support. We need to get above the Bollinger Band Center, which is around 0.8. Once we're above 0.8, we're 65% more likely to be above it, because the Bollinger Band Center, this orange line, is a line in the center of the chart, and when we're beneath the line, this orange line, we're 65% more likely to be beneath it. When we're above it, we're 65% more likely to be above it. So it's lying in the center of the chart, like I said. And once we get above it, we can start thinking about hitting $1, and a dollar break should see this run at least 10%, in my opinion. So again, it might, to be fair, it can happen. It's trying to find some good volume with a large green candle there in the 5-minute, and maybe it does it in power hour. I don't know. But what I can tell you, if it loses 0.67 where it came from for today, around here on this 5-minute purple line, it's done. So if we lose 0.67, I expect the stock to be done. And not applicable for a day trade, and I wouldn't want to hold it overnight or for a swing trade as well. So let's go to the 4-hour. So to be honest, this one looks good to hold overnight. A 4-hour candle close over 0.75 by, again, end of today, so 4 p.m. Eastern time. Should see it hit $1 again. So we've technically already done this. So a lot of these, as you know from these videos, I say a 4-hour candle close by end of today, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, over 0.75. Should see it hit $1. We did actually have this candle here, as you can see, just here. 4-hour candle close at 1:30 over 0.75. It may have already priced it in, I don't know. But structurally, we've had the 4-hour candle close over 0.75 and we hit $1. So that's the sort of thing you would expect. And if we do get a 4-hour candle close again on this time span, so 4 p.m. end of today, it should hit $1 again at some point. So maybe there's a good chance of it continuing tomorrow on UZX. So again, a 4-hour candle close over 0.75 should see it hit $1 on that one. On the daily time frame, daily candle close over $1 looks really good because not only should we hit 1.25, the next level on this one. I'm just going to rectify this. I may have knocked it by accident. It's around a 20%, 25% first target. Just call it 20% from by the time you got filled. It should actually come up towards 1.7. I'll call it 1.65 just to be safe. Mainly because not the resistance. It's mainly because it's a 200 simple moving average, and it's trying to build upon the 60 EMA here, the 60 exponential moving average, and the dollar resistance of 0.95 and $1. And basically, moving averages, once you get past one, it's on to the next. So once you get past the yellow line, it's on to the next, the white one. But obviously, we've got major one-day supports in between, like 1.25. I'm sure 1.5 will be a psychological number, etc. But for a swing trade, anyway, if you want to hold this for a series of time, a few days, maybe a week, my daily candle close of $1 on this UZX looks really good. And it should hit 1.25 and 1.65. However, if we lose 0.67, I expect it to be done. Finishing up on VCIG, so I tweeted this one out just beneath a sorry, my camera, may have to move it. Okay, so again, these videos are quite raw. So yeah, I'll be watching this one over 3. So I've actually got it marked on my chart, so you can see I was talking about it in live trading. So a 1-minute candle close or 2-3% push over 3 on this should see it hit 3.24, 3.29. We have actually already done that here. So maybe a failed trade. I don't have 100% success rate. 7, 8 times out of 10, it will come in, but not all the time. So there's your entry. 1-minute candle close over 3, as you can see. So you wait for 2-3% push over, get filled around 307. Just there, the stop loss is 2.76. So these wicks here, you don't worry about them because it keeps you in the trade. And now maybe reverse and come back up after tagging the ATMA just here, this light blue line, 2.83 around there, just above the stop loss, which is important. So you can, this is just a live explanation of what's happening. So sometimes you can tag the ATMA here. Stop loss is a red line, as you can see. So you covered, and then it can shoot up to the take profit. If you want to learn about that, you can check it out through Atlanta Trading Discord. I've got a seminar package which explains all this, and I do daily trade reviews. So yeah, I mean, this trade is still in place. So I'll be waiting. I mean, the trade has occurred, the entry has occurred, and now I'm just waiting for 2.76 or 3.24 to 3.29 to hit for take profit or stop loss. I'm not in this because I only go one trade at a time. So I had a win on CODX. There's no reason for me to take another trade, which actually came down to stop loss, as you can see. So again, CODX here was a win, as you can see. And then this one, if I were to have taken it, it would be a loss and it would have wiped out my profits. This video has gone on a bit of a tangent, but it's good to show this. That's why I only go one trade at a time. So one trade between 9:30 to 11, one trade between 1 till 3, and then one trade in after hours. Sometimes I do pre-market. So because typically this will happen, I take this trade and it wipes out my profits. So that's why I go one trade at a time for a session. So a re-entry in this would be over 3. But then if I was to enter that as well, it would, and I just had that loss in VCIG, let's say, and it failed again, it would be in the minus. You know what I mean? So again, a bit of a tangent, but maybe it's some information for you, which you enjoy. And it's all about risk management, trading, cash flow, and risk management. So we'll ignore this for a day trade as it's sort of played out. So we go to the 4-hour time frame. So it's a very raw video. It's not a very professional video. It's a bit raw, to be honest. Moving the camera, going on tangents, but this is what you get. So hopefully it's enjoyable. So going on the 4-hour time frame, A 4-hour candle close over 3 should see it 3.6 at some point. Again, it just looks like rejection right now. So if we get a 4-hour candle close over 3, by end of the day, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, then it should hit 3.6 from a 20% sort of move. If it were to lose, let's just call it 2.25, it should come down and retest the 60 EMA around 1.5, 1.6 area, around the 80 EMA also, and that's a 30-25% drop. So if it loses 2.25, it's too much of an aggressive pullback for it to be still in play, in my opinion. For holding this overnight, maybe it can reaccumulate and do something like this. Reject from here, lose 2.25, come in towards 1.8, 1.6 area, then pull back like that and go up as well on the breakout of the pullback. I don't know, but what I do know is just to wait for a 4-hour candle close over 3 to make it easier, and then wait for 3.6 to hit. And if it loses 2.25, I know not to be in this. And then go into the daily time frame, just to finish up. So this might be a longer video, but hopefully, you got some information. We are also doing free live trading with the camera from now on as well. It's going in the daily time frame, so it will just take a while to go in. So again, you can see it on the YouTube, scheduled for today, Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. The following day, 4 p.m. Eastern time to 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, which is also at 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time, and the daily time frame after scrolling in tells us nothing because it's just 2 green candles that are quite large shooting up. So maybe we do get a 4-hour candle close over 3 and hit 3.6 and then 4.5, which would be the next level. Because this one just looks like it's coming into life in terms of the fact, just random green candle, another green candle here. It might just be a blow off top sort of vibe. If we get a 4-hour candle close over 3, we might go and hit 4.5 sort of thing for around a 50% sort of move. Again, if we lose 2.25, wouldn't be in this at all. So yeah, a bit of a random video for today in terms of what we spoke about. Tried to stay on topic, but it's been a long weekend with the Memorial break. Did go to Milan over the weekend, which you can see on my Twitter. I posted it, trying to post some lifestyle content. Apparently it's what you're supposed to do as a trader or something, I've been told to do. But hopefully you enjoyed this video and learned something from it, and you can check me out more, link in the video description and the Twitter bio. So thanks for joining, guys, and watching this video, and hopefully catch you all tomorrow. See you later.